this weekend. She dropped several new kits that you will be seeing over the next couple of months for her to design. I will tell you this, some of the kits that these girls have put together, some of the product is already gone. So between the weekend and what you guys have ordered online, there's a lot of those products that have left the building. So the only way to get them is where?
Someone was asking earlier, yeah.
In a kit.
In a kit. So shop those custom wreath boxes tab under TMIGifts.com.
Yeah. Okay.
We
ready?
Are y'all ready? Okay. Woo, sorry guys. We're gonna go for a little ride because we've got to figure out a good space or good place to set up for Lindsay because she is setting up a little differently and so we got to make sure that you guys can see everything. So give us a second and this will be a great time, you guys, to get you a snack, go get you a drink, go use the bathroom, come back, or stay on.
Hey, let me get on and talk to them. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay. We're gonna chit chat for a minute and we're gonna try to figure out do we need to see the whole table, Lindsay? Where do we need to see?
Lean over.
Like, where are you? I know you said that you were kind of going to be towards that end, right?
I'm going to be right here. I like to be close to my glue pot.
Do you care if we come closer?
No, absolutely
Angle
not.
it, maybe
I
go
feel
more.
Absolutely not.
Maybe like pointed towards the left. Yeah.
You guys let me know.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that's a good angle?
Yeah.
Is that a good view? Are we close enough? Can y'all see?
Let me know. Let me know.
And Lindsay, we got yours started.
Okay, guys. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Oh my goodness. I loved Kayla's design. I loved how she added that flocky pine in her wreath. I love how Misty did the bell at the bottom. I've never seen that done before. I've always seen the bells done in different positions. I've never seen that done before. So I just loved every single design that has happened so far, and I can't wait to watch what Miss Cara is going to be creating after me. We both chose centerpieces, so you guys are going to get to work on grapevines, centerpieces, mesh wreaths. So you have a huge variety, and everyone teaches in a little bit different way. So something I always share with friends and folks that are watching is that, you know, if I'm not the creator or the designer that clicks with you, find the creator or the designer that does click with you and soak up all the information, all that you can learn from them, because whoever resonates with you is who you're going to learn faster from and who you're going to grow more. And so check out all these amazing ladies today, but I want to say a big thank you first and foremost to TMI Gifts for having us all here. It's a lot and it's so amazing to get to work together and meet other designers and hang out and talk about different ideas, inspirations, because we all find inspiration in different places, and we all may be thinking about things a little bit different way too. So it's fun to have the opportunity to get to do that. So if you guys aren't following TMI Gifts, first and foremost, thank you for being in the group. Y'all have definitely been following them on Facebook, but if you are not following them on their other platforms, go ahead and make sure you are following them on all the other platforms as well. You can download the app. Works on Android or iPhone, and the kit that I'm going to be sharing today is a centerpiece using a tall pedestal design. I specifically designed and picked out supplies that would be something that would last maybe right before or right after the Thanksgiving fall season all the way through winter. So if you don't decorate for Valentine's Day, I think this could be something that could stay out for a long period of time. It's not just Christmas themed. It's a little bit more of a winter mix, but this is just my take on this kit. There is a ton of product and a ton of supplies in this kit. So let's go over what all your kit includes. And you guys can purchase this kit. It is available now. There are limited quantities. You're gonna shop at TMIGifts.com. You're gonna hit that tab that says custom wreath boxes. And when you find this kit, you're going to use code TC20. You would normally get 20% off. So if you're watching on the replay, use that code, you'll get 20% off. But if you are shopping today and you want to purchase this kit or any of the other kits that I've created, you're going to get 25% off. So take advantage of that. I know each of us creators has said that, but 25% off is huge. And if you purchase the kit by itself, that does include free shipping. If you have other items to add to your cart, just check out separately. All right, do you have any questions? And then we're gonna dive in and we're gonna show y'all what all came with your kit. Let me know.
Wendy said, I'm so excited to get my kit.
Oh, thank Wendy, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so
Oh, sweet Southern decor. I have to tell you, she said you are one of my favorite designers.
is that Cindy?
Sweet
Oh,
Southern
girl,
decor.
thank you so much. You were too kind. Okay, this beautiful, beautiful gold pedestal is what I picked out and what comes in your kit. We're going to talk about it. You are going to get a block of green foam. Now we are only going to use a chunk of it. We're going to talk about it, but you are going to get green foam to use for your piece. Mixed metals is what I was really going for. So this ornament twig glittered spray has been my favorite pick this season from TMI. They have them in all different colors, but I chose 2 gold sprays for this kit. And we are going to mix in champagne golds as well. Look at these, look how tall. So we're going to get the height and what we need from these 2 picks alone. And then we have to add in some greenery. So this flocked pine glittered spray, we've got 2 of those.
Which, Lindsay, if I'm not mistaken, are only in that kit now.
I believe they are only available now in the kit. So if you guys love that piece, if you want to use that, you'll have to purchase the kit. But we're gonna talk about how you can use a couple of these supplies, maybe even for a secondary project. If you bought a kit from me before, I really like to pack my kits with excess because I'm the type of designer that when I'm creating, especially with florals, I always grab more than I sometimes may need. For me, I like to have more and wish that I can just use that for a different product and not feel like, oh, I needed another spray, I needed another option. So even though we may not use every single piece in this, you're gonna have extra pieces you may be able to use in a secondary design. So we've got 2 pine picks with a little bit of a crystallized glitz on them. These pearl berry sprays are absolutely gorgeous. They have a couple different clusters and a couple different variety of sizes as well. We're gonna add in this large gold, it's like a gold tinsel ornament. Super fun. Then we're gonna mix in this, I'm not even, it's not quite a finial, but it is a kind of an odd shaped ornament. It can work either way. We're gonna talk about that, but I love the shine and the mixed metals that's in here. So that's kind of what inspired the whole entire kit. And then when you open up your box, you're gonna get this ornament as well, and this pick, okay? So we're gonna walk through how to secure that first. There's an opening at one end, and you gotta put a little bit of muscle into it, and it did take me a couple attempts myself. So if it takes you a couple attempts too, it's okay. But you're gonna pop one side in, and then you're gonna add a little bit of pressure, and you'll be able to pop the other side in. Like I said, I did practice a few times, full disclosure. That wasn't my first time. So you may have to practice doing that just a couple times, add a little bit of pressure, pop one side in, and then you'll be able to leverage and get that second side in. We're gonna be able to trim this down to the height that we need. All right, so I wanna ask the folks that are watching, who has designed a centerpiece before? Is this your first time designing a centerpiece? Do you do it a lot? Because I've had some questions about this kit, so I want to make sure that we're going to be walking through like someone has never designed a centerpiece before. So that's how we're going to handle today. Do we have questions?
We've just got some statements. Love all this. Love the ornaments. I'm excited to see this one. Love that candlestick. Nicole said that's a fun pick. So they're all like really loving this.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad y'all are liking what I picked out. I always kind of pick things that maybe I haven't seen done before, so I never know how it's going to go. All right, so we're going to talk about this in and of itself, okay? For my folks that love to just decorate with their home, this has an insert in the middle, and so if you wanted to create, because I really love to give the people that watch, I love to give them ideas, design inspiration. Another thing you can do with this is pop a beautiful pillar candle in here and just add some of those sprays around, and you've got a beautiful piece that'll last however long you want it to be until you're ready to design something a little bit fuller, a little bit larger. So just think about all the different ways that you can use one piece. This could easily be pulled apart and you can design for different seasons. I think a beautiful red and black piece would be absolutely gorgeous for Valentine's Day. You could keep the gold and silver up for New Year's. If you want to add in a little bit of patriotic, closer to summer designs, that's a great way to do it too. All right, so the first thing I like to do when I'm working with floral foam is I like to tip my base upside down. Make sure everyone can see. And then I like to create a little imprint into the foam, because that is going to help you when you go with your butter knife or whatever tool you may use. Everyone's going to have a little bit different preference, but that way you know which shape to go around and cut. And I know that sound of cutting foam is the worst. It's almost like nails on the chalkboard, right? So I saved you guys from having to hear that. So we did prep that just before. So we used a little bit of hot glue. If you wanted it to be removable and change out for the seasons, I just wouldn't glue that foam down. I would keep it, just lay it in there and then pop it out when you need to, put a new piece of foam in, and you'll be able to design a whole new piece. Or you can even take your foam, if you've already cut it, design your piece on your foam, and then place it in for the new season.
Can you buy the candlestick not in a kit?
Yes, you can. Yes, and if you like this, they have a different one as well. It's similar color, but it is more of a trumpet shape. So check out all the beautiful, amazing centerpiece bases that TMI got in. So many of them were new. So you can shop all the different kinds they have, sizes, colors, different textures even, and there's even a beautiful silver, or is it pewter maybe, that has handles on the sides.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I'm gonna get out my tools here. I like my compound nippers, so these are compliments of Miss Lori. Thank you so much, Miss Lori. I appreciate me getting to use those. Do you guys use compound cutters, or do you use the non-compound cutters?
Some of them say that they are a centerpiece challenge. Some of them say that they are loving doing centerpiece. And somebody's working on one right now while they're watching.
Oh my goodness, is that Wendy?
Is she doing it along with you?
I don't know. I think Wendy snagged this kid up right, like the day it was made live. I was like, wait, what? I just made that. Holy moly.
Yeah, I was
right.
very anxious to see if there was a lot of people following along, or
Yeah, I would like to know that as well.
yeah.
All right. So we're gonna straighten out our stems. Get this nipped off. It's gonna be a thick wire, so you're gonna need a little bit of hand strength in there.
Do you have the cutters at TMI? Well, I'll let you answer that, Lindsay.
I don't think so. I've asked for I've asked for them as well. I think there are a pair of compound cutters that I get at Amazon. I get those at Amazon.
Yeah. Y'all do you have an Amazon link in your link tree or anything like that?
I believe on my Facebook page. Yeah, you can shop all of those links on my page. All right, so because our pedestal piece already has some height to it, I want to make sure that I've cut my stem short enough so that it's not going to make my piece way too tall, unless you want a really, really tall piece. So if you're designing this for inside your own home and you want that big statement impact piece, then you're going to be fine to leave some height. But if you're thinking about designing with centerpieces, then you may want to just shorten that just a little bit for a multitude of reasons, but shipping is another part of that. And when I'm working with centerpieces, I really love to use a Lazy Susan so that I can spin my design and I'm able to kind of see how that's shaping up if I am using my centerpiece for a 360 look.
Do you need Lazy Susan?
No, because for this design, I am not doing a 360 look. So I would recommend, if you're new to centerpiece designing, this is what we're going to teach today, is designing as if this was sitting on a flat wall. Okay, we're going to cover up the back so it looks nice, but this is not going to be a centerpiece that's going to rotate all the way around, because we're keeping this beginner friendly, because I know centerpieces can be daunting. Centerpieces can be a little bit intimidating. So we're just going to start out teaching the beginning. I think that's really the best way to go. And then as you grow and as you learn what it is that you like or what style you prefer, then you challenge yourself and try different things. I want to know what everyone thinks about mixing metals. Do y'all think it's cuckoo? If you watched me before, that would definitely be what I would call my wild card. And all of these sprays are wired, so remember to shape them so that you have the ability to bring some life to them. We don't want everything to be quite so flat, because anytime we're designing and we're creating, we want to be able to have variance. And we want things to be able to look a little bit different depending on the different angle and the different way that you're going to look at your piece. If we just look at something one time and that's the same view that you get no matter which angle you're looking at, it may not be as visually interesting. And so I really like to design so that you are seeing things at different angles. So it may not always be symmetrical, which is a really hard thing for me as I'm definitely OCD. Definitely OCD. I know we have some other wreath makers in here that are OCD too. So designing asymmetrical was probably the hardest thing for me to adapt and be okay with. Does anyone else struggle with that?
Okay, so we've got some comments. Wendy said, I feel like a rule breaker mixing metals, but I love doing it.
Ah!
Ginger said, if it's done right, I think it's striking. But it can be done poorly.
Yes.
Love to mix metals, love the look. Angela says, the front-facing designs are great for versatile placement. You could put something like this on a mantle or entry wall table. Sonia said she'd be interested in see how gold and champagne works together.
Yeah. Well, the piece that brought it all together is actually the super fun. It's like a tricolor metallic, is what it is.
And Nicole said this is going on my entryway.
Thanks so much, Nicole. So this was the inspiration for the entire piece, was to mix the metals and make it a wintry design that could last all year long. Okay, so we've got our greenery in. We've got a little bit of shaping going on both sides. If we need to bend these out, bend them lower, we can. That's the beauty of picking products that have wires in them. All right, now we're gonna go in with our filler greenery, which is the pine. And we're gonna just use our pine to kind of go around the surface to help add just a little bit more filler to fill in and add a little bit different color and texture. Because this is definitely more of a 3D pine versus the flocked one is just a little bit more flat, dimensional one, but that's great because I like mixing the two different types. We're gonna come around here. Can y'all see okay? Let me know if I need to change the angle, if we need to come up further, closer, let me know.
Yeah, if I need to come in closer, I can do that as well.
You just let me know. All right, so we've got our front. Now we're gonna add a little bit of love to the back. So we're gonna add a little bit here, cover up some of that foam. We don't need to fully cover the back. And then when I'm done designing, I always like to cover up my foam that I've used with either just additional pieces that I'm not using, or maybe a little bit of moss, sometimes a little bit of felt, or a little bit of fake snow. It really just depends on what the theme is and how how I'm gonna be covering that up. Okay, so we've already got all of that beautiful work going in. Now, we're gonna start working and we're gonna grab our ornaments.
Janet says, I like those greens together.
Yeah.
Clark says, I like the color of the flocked pine, which you can only get in the kit.
Mm-hmm.
And Kathy says, looks good.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. If you are new to designing, it's always a good rule of thumb to design with threes. But if you've been designing for a little bit, I'm kind of a self-proclaimed rule breaker in that, you know, take what you're learning with threes, but then once you feel comfortable, step outside the box and design in singles or design in pairs. I know it may be a little hard to step outside that, so that's why I say if you are new to creating centerpieces, if you are new to working with things like this, rule of three is always a good place to start. But if you wanted to challenge yourself, or if you wanted to try something just a little bit different, that's a good way to kind of think outside the box when it comes to design, which is what I really love to do. I'm always trying to think of something, oh, what else can I do? What else can I do that maybe hasn't been seen or hasn't been done? All right, so we're then gonna take our gold ornaments. This is our first mixing of our metals, right? We've got our silver, we've got our white, we've got our greenery. This is what's gonna be the first thing we're gonna add in that's gonna make you scratch your head and go, huh? But by the end of it, it's all gonna come together, and this is where I kind of tell folks that watch me, trust the process. And I know it's hard to do that, I know, but just maybe hang along with me. And I like to always kind of say, and I kind of always like to share, if you don't like something, it's just glue. You can always pull it out, adjust it, change it, and you're always gonna learn more from making mistakes than you're gonna learn if you design something perfect the first time, because I promise you, it rarely happens. It doesn't happen with me, and it takes me several times to pull things out. So don't be intimidated if you don't like something and you want to pull it out and try something different.
Lindsay, there's only a few kits, so if they want to buy this, they're going to have to jump on that. I'm afraid they're going to be gone soon.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in this kit, be sure that you check out this weekend using code TC20 so that you can get that 25% off. I don't believe this is a kit we can restock, because the greenery is part of the kit, and we used it all. And this is a gorgeous greenery. You guys have been using it quite a few times. I think it might be, is it in another kit maybe? It's absolutely beautiful.
I don't know if it is in another, it might be in one more.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it is. It might, I'm really thinking it might just be in this one. I can look real quick.
All right, so what do y'all think about pairing that gold with that silver? Are we scratching our heads? Do we have questions? One of the things that I like to do when I'm designing is I like to use my largest element first, which for this design was the ball and the tall, it's not quite a finial, but the oval diamond, what is that? Diamond shape, oval shape? What would we call that?
The silver one?
Yeah, so if people wanted to shop that on the website, what would they call that if they're looking?
I think it is a finial.
Let me look.
Yeah.
So, I think finial pick.
All right, so we're gonna add in our third ornament. So this is that rule of three. And I wanted to share a couple different ways that you can do this. With the gold ball, I just used one of my remaining floral stems from when I was cutting originally. So if you throw all of your floral stems out, you can also use a small dowel rod. Sometimes if I'm in a pinch, I hop over to the Dollar Tree store and I get barbecue skewers. So use what works for you. Everyone's gonna have a different variety of tools, and you're also gonna learn which ones you really like. But I really like to use the remaining cuts of my floral stems because I like how thick they are. And this ornament is made out of foam, so you're easily able to poke through it on both the ornament side and through the foam side. So with our mixed metal ornament, you can use this a couple different ways when you're placing it into your design. You can map out where you want it to go, okay? And puncture it into the foam. I like to pre-drill a hole first. That way it makes it a little bit easier, and then put your glue in so you know it's not going anywhere. Or depending on the height that you want to use, you can use that same floral stem, and you're gonna add a little bit of glue. You gotta let this dry for a minute before you can use it. Don't injure yourself. I say that, and I injure myself all the time when I'm designing. Sometimes when I'm at TMI, sometimes when I'm home at Live. We've all done it, right? I am extremely, extremely accident prone.
Lisa said this is so elegant.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Kimberly
so
said,
much.
Now I have the song from Rudolph in my head now.
Oh man, I love that. Okay, so I've created just a little tiny bit of a hook with my wire. My glue has dried. If you use super hot temperature glue, make sure you might give yourself a little bit longer for that. Okay, so we've now created a stem that's gonna go like this. And anytime I'm working with ornaments, I do a pull test on them to see what kind of cap is on the top. Every ornament's gonna be a little bit different. Some are on there and they're not going anywhere, but I always like to add a little bit of glue around the cap of that ornament to make sure it's not going anywhere. And if you guys wanted to use the other point, go for it. Absolutely go for it. I just wanted to hide the cap, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Anytime I teach any of my kits, I always try to encourage you to do you. Put your spin on it. If you feel brave, put your spin on it, because you never know when you're gonna try something. Even if it's not what I'm showing, that may just absolutely be beautiful and perfect. Take the risk. Take the risk. All right. Make sure it kind of like where it is, where it's lined up. I'm gonna shorten that stem. And these are all wired, like I said, so I'm just gonna manipulate them if I need to move them. Okay, I want this off to the side, so we've kind of created almost like a side triangle shape in our design. And while that's just cooling off just a little tiny bit, I'm gonna pre-drill my hole. And when I do that, I like to kind of widen the stem just a little bit so it makes the hole a little bit wider. This is a larger, over the top design centerpiece. So like I said, if this is intimidating to you, or if this is too much, that's okay. That is totally, totally okay. Take the pieces from it that you're comfortable working with and just play with it. Let your hands do some magic. Sometimes we just have to really get our hands in there and then step back, take a look and see what it is that we like and what it is that we don't like about something.
They're saying trust the process.
Oh, that is what I love to say. Trust the process. I love that.
Like pre-drilling the hole.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna add another little bit of stabilizer just to prop it up for them, just to get it to sit where we want it. But we're gonna be adding our picks and our sprays in, so that's gonna help do that job. So that's how we're so far looking with our shaping. But now we're gonna come in with all of the picks and the sprays, and we're gonna add our mixed metals. I'm gonna grab the champagne piece first. And I always like I said earlier, I always like to add a little bit of extra in my kits because you never know when you're gonna want something extra. Okay. All these are wired, so you're able to shape and manipulate them. I think I'm gonna keep 2 on a stem, and then our taller one, the longer stem we'll be able to use if we need to for the back or the side. So I usually tend to cut those last.
Those are also kid exclusive.
These, the champagne leaves. Wow, so these are kit exclusive. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So there's gonna be a couple things that you guys are only gonna be able to get in the kit. All right, so we're gonna pop this right in here. So we're coming on the left side, and then we're gonna start rotating around. Some folks like to work clockwise, some folks like to work counterclockwise. For me, I find that I like to work counterclockwise. I know that might be a little cuckoo. That's just how my brain works sometimes with floral design. I'm not sure why, but it does. So we're gonna hold this up, and it's gonna bend down, and we're gonna be able to shape that. If y'all have any questions for me so far, let me know. Is anyone doing any shopping at TMI? We had quite a few people that came in store yesterday, so if you are here in the group, let me know. If you were here yesterday, I would love to say hi. It was so nice getting to meet so many of you all in person. And if you haven't had the chance to come shop at TMI Gifts, they're located in Golden, Mississippi. It's worth the road trip from wherever you are. We've had people this weekend that came in from Florida. We had a couple friends that came in from California. We've had folks that came down from Ohio and Illinois. So if you have not made the trip down to TMI Gifts, I highly recommend you do it and you check out all of the amazing things that's happening here. So we did one on this side and one on this side, and we're gonna pop in our smaller piece. I changed my mind. I'm sorry, forgive me. That happens. I changed my mind. I'm not 100% cemented in. So this one's gonna pop underneath, and we're gonna bend it down. We're then gonna use the center point for our taller ones that I've not cut yet. So when I'm working with centerpieces, I do not like to cut all of my things at once because I never know when I'm gonna need something that's gonna need to be a different height. So if you've got this kit, maybe wait before you do any cutting to see what's really gonna work for you. Oh yes, yes. All right.
Yeah, I love that.
What do you think? And if this is not the kit for you, let me tell you, we have so many different kits. I created 6 kits while I was at TMI this week. So if you are looking for a wreath, if you are looking for something on your table, if you are looking for something for your front porch, if you're a first-time maker or crafter, you want to do something with a loved one. There's even a couple designs that are going to be super easy to follow along with. And some are even budget friendly too. All right, so we've got our high point, we've got our pieces on the sides. Now we're gonna come in and fill in our front hanging down here.
They said, oh, that's beautiful, Lindsay.
Thanks.
You are amazing. Thank you for sharing with all of us. This is stunning so far.
This is where we're gonna pop that in.
A lot of people are still asking about that pick, and it is on the internet.
The champagne leaf?
No, the pine.
Oh, the pine!
The champagne is too.
Oh, the champagne.
Yeah, there are quite a few things. So if you guys see something in a kit that you love, I know there's a couple rolls of ribbon even that is only available inside of a kit. So be sure if you see something you love, check it out because it may only be available in those kits. Alright, so we're going to add this last piece in of our champagne spray right at the top here. And when I'm designing, I like to try to use one piece before I move on to my second item. It just makes it easy for me to fill the design out and make sure that I'm going to have enough of that product.
That's it.
Don't be afraid to put things in front of your ornament or behind them, because that's what's going to add texture, depth, and dimension around your ornaments to help fill it so it doesn't feel flat. All right, now we're going to pop in our golds. And now this piece did not have any ribbon or bows. I think if you wanted to add a bow, it would be absolutely stunning. But sometimes when I'm working with centerpieces, I really love to just let all of these items speak for themselves. But if you did decide you wanted to add a bow, just maybe a single ribbon, a thin 1.5 inch, 1 inch ribbon, even a 7/8 inch ribbon, just something simple and petite would be really, really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna use my scissors to score the back of this ornament stem so that I can pick this piece apart. I wanna pick and choose what elements I'm gonna use from this because we're gonna tie in a little bit more of our gold by pulling these ornamental balls out.
Lindsay, Sweet Southern Decor, said Lindsay is a beautiful designer, teacher, and person.
Oh, thank you, friend. Thank you so much.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
We were talking about how you and Cara both have great hair.
Oh.
We're gonna have a hair competition.
Well, let me tell you something about Miss Cara. If you are not following Miss Cara, y'all need to be following Miss Cara. Miss Cara and I have had to duke it out, fisticuffs almost, on picking out several products for our kids. We have several products that are, if not the same, very, very similar.
Yes.
So we have similar tastes, we have similar design styles. So like I said earlier, if I'm not the creator for you, please make sure you are checking out Ms. Cara because she is phenomenal. And I'm going to be sitting behind the cameras watching and learning from her too, because I really think that anyone can learn all the time from someone else. No one is better than anyone else. And if we're able to watch and listen and learn, we can always pick up something that we may not have thought of before. All right, so we're just going to add in some of these gold leaves in between where our champagne is. That's what's going to fill in the champagne and the gold mixing. Sometimes I think it's fun to be able to grab a pick and just stick it in something. But when I'm designing using mixed items, I really like to take those picks apart and really be able to manipulate them and use what I want where I want it, because I don't always like to just have a bundle of something. I like to break it up so I can have a little bit more variety. And that's what I think is what makes a piece really, really interesting.
Lindsay, can you tell them about where they can watch this, the replay?
Yeah. So if you guys are here, you're going to get to watch this in the Facebook group for 30 days. And then what's going to happen is I am going to be putting it over on my YouTube page. So if y'all aren't following me over on YouTube, it's Tarnation Creations. Please check that out. That's where it's going to be available on the replay. And I think every creator is going to be doing that, right? On their own. Yeah.
And it's going to be on TMI's YouTube as well.
At TMI's YouTube as well. So y'all be sure to check that out too. If you aren't following them, like I said, on every single platform, please make sure y'all are. So we're just sprinkling in little touches of gold. Mixing metals can be a little bit tricky that way, but I think if you layer them, you will be successful with that. But I know that's what people message me and reach out to me and say, hey, how do I mix these up? How do I layer these up? And this is really how I do it. I take it apart so that I can reconstruct it essentially into a completely different pick or a completely different design. Yeah.
There's only 3 kits though.
There are only 3 of these kits left? Holy moly! Y'all, now, listen, if you guys bought this kit, for those of you who bought the kit, please send me photos of your designs. I love sharing those photos. I love bragging about your creations from the kits that we make, because we all are going to think about things in a little bit different way, whether or not you design it exactly the same way or you take it in a completely different direction. I was speaking with someone here at the store and they told me that they wanted to buy the kit to use the candle holder, and then they were going to put all of this in their front planter. So if that's another idea to just kind of take with it, you can really make this quite a bit bigger by not cutting those stems down. So think about things, like I say, outside the box. Always try to think outside the box.
Is the base weighted?
Ooh, that's a great question. It does have a little bit of weight to it. Yeah, it absolutely does. Absolutely does.
Cindy York said, I got two.
Stop! Cindy! Oh my gosh! Now, I think 2 of these on a fireplace, on either side of a fireplace, gorgeous. Entryway table, front door, like, I think just the ideas are really, really endless, whatever you can kind of come up with. Okay, we're gonna add in another pop of that gold. And when I'm sticking these in, I'm sticking them in at different angles so that all the sprays are coming out at different angles too. So if you have not tried that, I encourage you to try that because that's how it's gonna create visual interest. Don't just stick them in all at the same angle. It's gonna fall flat. Just like Misty shared earlier, nothing grows perfectly center, and I think that's how you create a beautiful design, is by altering layers, textures, colors, patterns, but try to keep it within the same family. Shape these down.
Tanya Crabtree said, I hope I got one.
Oh,
Oh no, girl, you better run.
get it before it sells out.
Sue said the darker gold is bringing out the golds in the ornament, giving an all over cohesive look.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that was the plan. Thank you for seeing the vision and trusting the process. We call that TTP. And if you don't trust the process in general, maybe just lean in and trust Tarnation's process. Sometimes it works. I'm not afraid to admit it. Sometimes it doesn't. But that's the beauty. We can always just pull it out if it doesn't work.
And multiple people on all the lives, and I've got to just shout this out because Lori is so hard on herself, but they are loving the door swag. So,
Lori made that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lori made that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so.
Absolutely gorgeous. She does not give herself enough credit.
No, she doesn't.
Okay. So we're going to pop in
Sonia just checked out.
a little, oh, Sonia, thank you. So this is going to pop in at the, behind where we need a little bit more height. Okay.
One kit left.
Oh my goodness, there's only one kit left. Holy moly. Well, if the kit sells out, you guys can shop at TMI Gifts at the custom wreath box tab, and you guys can check out all the other different kits. Like I said, I created 6 different kits this week here at TMI, and they are all different. And so find which one speaks to you, and check out all the other amazing creators kits too, because they are all so beautiful, so different. Just make sure that you're using that creator's code for that kit, because we want to make sure they get all that love. All right.
I have a couple of things.
Yeah.
Sandy said, Pat said, do the kits come with instructions? And that's a great question.
That's a great question. We have not done that in the past. We've always just done video tutorials or our lives. If that's something maybe you guys would want to see, let us know. Maybe that's something we can work on, but I can't promise it, because let me tell you something. You saw it while I was here. I changed my mind on how I wanted to design this. So that's something I share very, very openly with everyone that's watching me, is I'm not a perfect designer, and a lot of times I try to map out my creations, but sometimes I just let it fly. So I'd love to try to do that. Maybe with a simpler kit, or maybe in the future we can try and do that. But for something like this, I really think everyone's going to be just a little bit different on that. And so,
and I feel like people need visuals. That's a hard thing to write out in
true.
instructions.
That's a
really
great
need
point
visual,
too.
which is why the tutorials over on YouTube are so great.
That's a great point. Yeah, thank you. I think that's a great point. All right, so now all we've got left are our white berries. I'm gonna have a couple of things that are left over. Okay, we'll talk about that at the end, what I like to do with my leftovers. But if you have more leftovers, save them for a different project. Save it for a smaller piece. You can even use your foam that you have left over, right? Make a smaller piece, and you can always just sit it next to your table, and you have a smaller element. Or if you wanna shop, maybe get a couple ornaments, maybe get a couple different sprays. You could make something that coordinates. Doesn't have to match perfectly. You can always do something that maybe in the same family, but maybe just a little bit different too. All right, so we're gonna finish off. We're gonna mix in our whites. Now we did silvers and golds, but we're gonna mix in our whites from the flocking and a little bit of those lighter color tones from our tricolor metal ornament. And we're gonna fill in some of those places where we just need a little bit of attention. So I'm gonna just kind of randomly poke these through. That's why I love the foam. It's very forgiving. Now, if you are an advanced creator, sometimes you can use spray foam insulation on your bases. So if you're an advanced creator, use spray foam on your piece. If that's new to you, let me know, reach out, we can talk about that. But for this beginning kit, I think the floral foam works out great. I'm gonna rotate it around just in a second.
Karen
So sorry.
said she just bought the kit and some extra gold containers. This design is so elegant.
Ah, that's awesome. Okay, so the berries are different sizes, which is why I picked the berry, because I love that it has that variance. I love that it adds a little bit more visual interest. Like I said at the beginning, you want to be able to look at this and see something different just every time. That way you may be catching something a little bit different. That's what catches your eye and makes you go back to a design and look at it again. All right, so we're gonna pop in another one right underneath our ornament. I can't wait to see what you do with the extra pieces. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. And this piece has already sold. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. If anyone was gonna ask about recreating it, unfortunately, I can't do it exactly alike, but you can shop and purchase the base at TMI Gifts. You can use this kind of as a recipe for what to do if you wanted to do a different color scheme. If the kit sells out, I could see this in red and golds. I could see this in reds and rich emerald greens. I could see this in, oh my goodness, a Burberry look would be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Timmy says this is looking stunning. Melissa
Thank
says,
you.
wow, that's awesome. And Tanya says, this is giving me an idea for my entryway.
There you go. There you go. Thank you. I'm so glad y'all are liking this, because quite a few people did reach out to me and said, I want to purchase the kit, but I don't know how you're going to pull all that together. I said, well, don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it.
Find the candlestick. Let me help Elizabeth here.
Centerpiece, I think.
All right, so we've added 4 of the berries, but I am going to pop in 1 more. And I always kind of say when I'm designing, when you're looking at a piece, once you're getting close to the end, you want to see, step back and take a look at it. And this is where, if you're designing a 360 piece, you really want a lazy Susan. Step back and take a look at where your eye naturally stops. And then that's the space that you know that you need to work on, or maybe put a little bit something else in there. Where your eye naturally stops is what's going to tell you where you need to give it a little bit extra attention. So my eye stops, example, right in this corner. I need something coming out of this corner of that color, so that's where we're going to put our next berry spray. And I like large and in charge. That's kind of how I roll. If you like something just a little bit simpler, you can size this down to scale. It does not have to be large and in charge like mine.
Oh, they're all loving it. Elegantly beautiful. Gives me 1920 vibes.
Ooh, I love that. I think this would be gorgeous. Take this idea for a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You could do florals. You could do gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. It just kind of depends on where your brain and where your creative hand takes you. All right, I'm gonna take a look at it real quick. Take that example, and I see it's something that I just want to add in a little tiny bit of real quick. And then I'm really just gonna focus on finishing up the back of this to get it kind of that nice clean look. Okay. All right, now we're getting ready to head into dinner time. So I want to hear from y'all. What have you guys had for dinner? Because I'm starting to get hungry myself. So you guys tell me, what have you guys had for dinner? We did pizza last night and it was delicious. They had a food truck out here. That was amazing.
What did you get yesterday?
I got the chicken Caesar wrap.
It was a good.
It was so good. It was delicious. I loved it. Okay.
It's my favorite restaurant.
Oh, here is our finished piece.
Your kid is sold out.
Oh, we just sold this kit out. Well, thank you so much. Holy moly. Thank you. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Nice and thick and full. But we're going to talk about the back, okay?
Honey cooking turkey and meatloaf.
Oh, nice. So here's the back side, okay? So this, when we started this, I shared this was not meant to be a 360 design, but I still like to put a little bit of those pine picks in to cover up the back part of that floral. And so we're just gonna continue that with the pieces that we have left over, just to kind of, you know, fill it in just a little bit, but you don't have to do that.
It's breakfast time in Australia.
Oh, that's gotta be Miss Ruth.
This is Ruth.
Hi, Miss Ruth. How are you? Alright. Let's see, we're just gonna add in these last few remaining pieces. Give that back a little bit more coverage. And then I want to hear from you guys what you think about the kits that I've created, what you guys want to see the remaining part of the year. Let me know if there's maybe a kit that you want me to design that maybe hasn't been done yet. They have some beautiful fall products. I know it might be a little late for us designers, but if you would like a wreath to make on your door, that might be a fall design. Let me know, because that would be a lot of fun to make a kit like that too. And remember, if you guys are shopping at TMI, today is the last day to use a creator's code and get 25% off. So if you need to stock up on grapevines, if you need to stock up on swag bases, if you need to stock up on picks and sprays, or if you're a Christmas tree decorator, if anyone in our group is a Christmas tree decorator, this is the day to shop.
Jan said, absolutely stunning. Would like to see other color combinations.
Oh, in a kit like this? Oh, Jan, that would be gorgeous.
I think red and emerald would be really pretty.
Red and emerald. Yes, very traditional. Traditional, I think, would be stunning.
And I have a question.
Yeah.
Did they like that we did so many more kits this time, so that they have more kits to shop day of? It seems like people really like shopping day of. I want to know y'all's thoughts on that.
Yeah.
You want to reword that better, Lindsay?
No, I think that's a great way to put it. I think that's a great way to put it, because you get to really shop the variety, right? We all like variety, right? I know I do. When I'm pulling items that I need for my designs, I usually pull way more than I need. I said I was gonna have leftovers, and look at me, I used all of it, but that's kind of how I tend to design. But let us know what you all thought of all the different types of kits. Huge variety of kits, depending on wherever your skill level may be. There's going to be beginning kits that I picked out, kits you can do with your family members, friends. You could have a girls' night. There's even a kit that I got to create that I think would be beautiful for decorating your front porch or fireplace with extra large size bells. And the kit is very simple, very easy, great to do with a group of women or a group of friends. Sometimes I have folks that reach out to me and say, hey, I really want to do something as a group. And I think that kit might be a great thing to do with some friends, because it's going to be so easy, so fun. Anyone's going to be able to follow along. All right, so we have a good view of this. I'm going to show everyone what we did on the back. So it just gave a little tiny bit of coverage, so we're not seeing a whole lot of foam. We're not seeing any of the engineering. But this is really what we focused on designing. Do you guys have questions for me about designing this base or centerpiece or something similar? Let me know. And then if not, you know, we may show a couple of the kits that are new and available.
I like your Christmas in July swag.
Oh, that.
Love
You
the
should
mix.
get that when it's 25% off today. Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's a fireplace mantelpiece.
Only a few left. Can you explain, Lindsay, that when, and I feel like people miss this, that's 2 pieces. Because you did one off camera and then you did one live.
So the cool thing about that kit, it is an over-the-top kit. It is a high-end kit, okay? But I taught how to design it 2 different ways. So if you guys wanted to see a totally different way to design a fireplace mantelpiece, I shared both over on my YouTube page. One long fireplace decor piece, or how to take that kit, cut it up, put it in 2, and have almost like a 2 corner pieces. And so you can really take that and look at which one works better for you. If you have a smaller size fireplace, you'll be able to stack those products together. So check that out, and 25% off of that kit. I know it's high, but that's a huge saving. So if you've had your eye on that kit, today's the day to get that kit. And the 25% off ends at midnight. It ends at midnight, you guys. So make sure that you finish checking out. Don't leave those things in your cart, because so many times kits cannot be restocked. Sometimes we have to do a new version.
Amanda wants to know, if you did a traditional color like this, what color base would you use?
Oh, if you did traditional colors, I think gold would be great. Red, green, and gold is, I think, very traditional, very, very traditional, and would work. But they have different size centerpiece bases in all the colors. So if you want a farmhouse design, they have a white one. If you want black one, if you want an everyday design, they have some silver, some pewter ones. So check out all the different varieties they have to fit your home and your home decor style. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different. But if you were asking me, I would use either this gold base, or I would use the trumpet style gold base for traditional Christmas. I would mix reds, emerald greens, and just a little tiny pop of gold. That would be what I would do.
Melissa said it is so beautiful though, and there's so many options for it.
Yes, that's why I say if you got this kit, for those of you that purchased this kit, thank you so much. But send me pictures of your designs. I love to see them, and I want to brag on them too. I want to repost them on my page and say, look at what so-and-so did. I've got one that I'm going to be sharing of my skull kit that was shared with me yesterday in person, and I'm going to be sharing her design on my page when I get back home. So always send me those pictures. I love to see how they turn out, because they all are going to be a little bit different.
And Lindsay, we do have some time.
Okay,
left. There's
great.
few things I thought if you wanted to show some kits.
Yes.
But I also want to let you know that pine pick that is out of stock on here is a 16-inch. This right here below you is a 27-inch if they would like, because we had a lot of questions.
You have 2 different sizes.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
a 27.
Okay, great. Leave it to me, I tell y'all. So this is similar, but a little bit different, right? Just a little bit more height.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so y'all can shop this one. Are you able to tell them the SKU for that?
Yeah, it's actually, yes, it's on there too. Is it on there?
No.
Oh, got ripped off then.
You.
Okay, I will get that.
Miss Tiffany's on it.
I will get that. Can you tell your YouTube page?
My YouTube page and my Facebook page is Tarnation Creations. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and I also have my own website. It is tarnationcreations.com, so you can shop my designs there, and you can watch the replays of my kits with TMI Gifts over on YouTube. So if you wanted to shop kits that may have been 6 months ago, using that code today for 25% off, even though it's from 6 months ago, you can easily hop on over to my YouTube page and rewatch the live of how I designed it, and you'll be able to follow along with it. All right, so we wanted to share 2 kits. Are they still able to see this?
Let me just back it up a little bit, but
So I have room to show?
Yep. Now
Yeah.
you are available to show both.
All right. What colors is everyone decorating for Christmas? Have y'all decided yet? Or is it too early for that? Let me know if it's too early for that. But because I did a mixed metals kit, I really wanted to do a black and white kit. If you guys have not seen Lori's tree that's here in the store, they've made a couple videos about it. I was inspired by Miss Lori. She is someone that I look up to as a creator and as a designer because she thinks so out of the box that she inspired me to create this kit. So let me tell you what this kit comes with, okay? That gold pick spray that I used that had the ornaments in it, this comes in lots of different colors. So I grabbed 2 of these in black, but if black is not the color for you, check out what they have on their website. They have these in red, green, gold, silver, sage green, a beautiful sage green. Was there a blue, I think?
Yes.
Yes. And I've been telling everyone, these are a Christmas pick, but they can be used all year round. This can easily go in for a ladybug design in the summer. You can pop reds and pinks in with the black and use this for Valentine's. You could use this for farmhouse, black and white. Just the variety of ways that you can use these. And so when I'm shopping, I always try to think about ways that I can use something a multitude of times, any time of year, because that's what helps me use my product and go through my product. We're going to use 2 of these glittered white leaf sprays. So we're going black and white, farmhouse, inspired by Miss Lori's tree. We're going to be using a swag. This is going to be no mesh, and this is going to be not super full. So this is going to be a little bit less product, but easier to work with. Look at this gorgeous black and white, extra long finial. These are absolutely stunning, and this is what's going to go in our swag. It's going to be the drama moment. It's going to be what takes up all the space in our design. So you can kind of get a little visual of how that's going to work together. You have to add in some greenery, so I chose this flocked and glittered pine snow spray. Love that. And then for our ribbons, I kept it simple. I kept two ribbons only, a 2.5 inch black and silver diagonal with a 1.5 inch chunky silver. So we're gonna pop in a little bit of drama with our bow, but we're gonna keep it elegant, timeless, classic. This could go in anyone's home, but
They're saying, oh my, that finial. You better watch out, Nicole's got her eyes on that.
Miss Stephanie just purchased it.
I'm doing some heavy
oh my
shopping.
goodness, Miss Stephanie, thank you so much.
Somebody
Thank
just
you.
bought those pics too.
Oh, y'all are awesome. I'm so glad you guys are liking what I'm picking. But let me know if there's something that you guys want me to pick out that may be just a little bit different. So this is the black and white finial kit. And remember, using the code today, TC20, you're gonna get 25% off. And if you guys are doing additional shopping, if you wanna add more to a design, then what I'm gonna do, just check out separately so you get free shipping on the kit, okay? All right, then we have, ooh, which other kit? Oh. This other kit. Oh, we're gonna show this real quick, and then I think we'll be getting close to, yeah, doing our next.
Yes.
All right. Y'all have questions?
No. Hold on. Hold out there for a minute. Debbie just
I'm getting the
ordered-
symbol. Hey.
Tiff, can you see this? I don't know what she's. Do you have that finial in different colors? No.
No, but they also have a extra large red finial. We could probably easily show that.
Black and white finial. And then Debbie said that she's ordered it and they love the kit.
Oh, thank you. All right, so this is the next kit I created. This is gonna be a table piece. So we're gonna use this gorgeous table piece swag. However, I'm able to use this in a multitude of ways. I've done several on a table, but I have also done several hanging up for a swag for the door. I know they're diamond shaped, but again, think about how you can use that product in a different way. Okay, so that's gonna be what we're gonna be using as our base. Oh, this greenery. You're gonna get 3 picks of this snow cedar spray. It's got flocking on it, but it's that green cedar that's absolutely beautiful. So you're gonna get to see how this is gonna I'm gonna do a little sneak peek layout for y'all, okay? And then help me out here, Tiff.
Yes.
Melanie, was it Melanie?
Melanie.
Melanie.
Mm-hmm.
What is her name? What is her business name? Because
Living luxuriously for less.
Living luxuriously for less. Thank you. She was here in our class in May, and I just love and adore her. If you guys aren't following her, please give her a follow too. But she was here shortly.
She did the Christmas in July.
She did the Christmas in July. She was here in person.
Yes.
And she taught how to decorate a Christmas tree in beautiful mochas, browns, metallics. Y'all, she inspired this kit. She inspired me to create this kit. So let me show you what I'm going to be working with. These chocolate sprays. I hope the camera's capturing them. I hope I'm doing it justice because these are absolutely gorgeous. And you're going to get 2 of those. And again, this has no ribbon. No ribbon on this piece, no ribbon on this piece. So I'm trying to create some kits that may have just a little bit different skill level for you guys, depending on what you're working on. So let me know if you like that. If you want to see different things, let me know too. You're going to get 3 of these. They're almost like a chocolate brown glitz. We put these in a customer yesterday that was shopping in the store. She's going to be using these as a gingerbread theme on her Christmas tree, and she's going to be adding red into it. So these are gorgeous.
That'll be pretty.
So we're going, this kit is called the Chocolate Noir. This kind of gives you a little itty bitty sneak peek of what this kit is going to look like. So if you decorate your home in brown tones, this is the kit for you. And all the kits are limited quantities, okay? They are limited quantities. So if you guys see a kit that you love, snag it up, get it. We can't usually restock, or if we do, sometimes we change it up and we do something a little bit different. Which kit has been your favorite of the 3 that we just showed? The centerpiece, the table piece, or the finial? I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think? Oh, I get these out of the way.
We're doing a couple checks for you. I'm looking to see something for Miss Wendy, but I haven't seen her comment back. The black and white one. Miss Wendy, no ma'am. I do not see an order for the black and white kit. They said, love it, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Table piece.
Thank you so much. Let me check and see how this is for Miss Cara. So we're getting it all nice and ready. And if you guys aren't following any of the other creators today, please make sure you are. Misty with Little Luxuries, Cara with Enchanted Vines, and Miss Kayla, Sweet Girl Design Co.
So Cara coming up has a similar, hers is a swag, but it's a similar color combo.
Ah!
So might go great with this.
Oh, to pair together.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Did you get that?
So make sure that you guys hang in here. Miss Cara is going to be designing something similar. I told y'all at the beginning, her and me are just, man, we just click.
Y'all are very similar.
We have similar style and design taste, and we kind of tend to like different colors. We've had to fight it out on a couple products that we both wanted to use in a kit. I'm not lying.
Did you say that was sold?
Yes, this piece is sold. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Oh no, Miss Morgan.
Morgan's upset.
Oh no.
Yeah, Morgan's colors for Christmas
Are this?
yeah.
Miss Morgan.
We like to get Cara's if it ain't sold.
Yeah.
Nobody buy it.
Go ask her to her say.
Or maybe we go shopping and we create something just for you, girl. We can do that. We can do that. Do y'all have any questions for me?
I have to look on the computer. The iPad ain't been updated.
It's a beautiful. Here, we'll scooch that in just a little bit. Is that?
Kelly said, love that one chocolate. I tried asking earlier, are there chocolate magnolia flowers out, or did I miss them?
We have a chocolate magnolia. Oh, it's sold out.
Macy is double checking.
And then, Morgan, are you able to grab that red finial that's.
Oh, it was Nicole.
Ah!
She said, sorry, it's mine. I already claimed it.
That extra large, if you guys love that black and white finial, but the black and white finial maybe might not be your color scheme, that extra large red finial is gorgeous. It's right here on the end. Can you grab one? Oh, the magnolia. Well, they have the magnolia leaves. Yes, that's what
Is
you
that
were
what they were
asking.
asking?
The magnolia leaves. These come in lots of different colors. Absolutely stunning. But as far as full magnolias, no, not at this.
magnolia
Not at this time. Stay tuned. Check in with TMI. They're getting new things all the time. But right now, these are gorgeous. I've used these already. Okay, so the finial. Y'all, if you love that black and white finial and you wanted something that made a big impact, this is a different one. This red finial is here at TMI Gifts. I did not do a kit with this, but if the black and white style is just a little bit different, make sure you check out the red because it would be beautiful. Pop a bow on the top, add some greenery and some sprays. This would be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, Lori is coming, so
Right.
she is coming on up.
I'm gonna give this a quick little check. Make sure I don't have any blue strings hanging down.
Her kit, yes. Which probably
No,
be
it's me.
All right, thanks so much for hanging with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. I had a blast hanging out with you guys, and big thank you to TMI Gifts for having us here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so Lindsay